Okay, welcome back everybody, and today we're going to do another session on birds. Yes, there are so many coins with birds on them, so we're still not through the ones in my collection. So we'll start off then with this coin from the Philippines. This is a let's see, what is it here? It's a 50 centimo, and the bird on this one is a very large eagle. Got to look at it there. There it is. And it is called a monkey eater or monkey eating eagle. It is one of the national symbols of the Philippines. Apparently, it is endangered. I'm assuming that it's endangered because people are concerned that these large birds could also attack perhaps children or livestock as well. But that's another bird that is presented on a coin, the monkey-eating eagle of the Philippines. And I'm not sure who this guy is here. It has a name on it, but I'm going to take a wild guess and say it was perhaps a former president of the Philippines. So the next bird we want to look at here is from Poland. Now Poland got several coins from Poland that have this bird symbol. Let's look at this one here because it's a nice shiny one. The bird on this is also an eagle, though it is all white in color. At least it's supposed to be all white in color. On the coins, of course, they don't show the color. But according to legend, the founder of Poland was out hunting when he saw a white eagle in its nest. And the setting sunlight caused the wingtips to look gold. And that's why, of course, the symbol of Poland today is this white eagle in a red background, the setting from the setting sun, and also some gold trim here and there. Now, what kind of eagle is it really? I'm going to take a wild guess and say that perhaps maybe it's an albino golden eagle that this person saw. Albino birds are not completely unheard of, but I am just guessing. I really have no idea. If I have any Polish people watching there who knows a bit more about the legend of the founding of Poland, perhaps they can clarify this for me if there is indeed further story behind it. But as we can see here, all the other Polish coins also use the same bird, same symbol. There's a nice big one there. See a bit more detail on that. And finally, of course, this one. So, the white eagle. Now, next, this big hunk of copper, or bronze actually, it's not pure copper, it's bronze, it's an 1768 5 kopecks from Russia. It is from the reign of Catherine II, also known as Catherine the Great. Weighs 51, supposedly it's supposed to weigh between 51 grams, though the weight can vary somewhat. They were not, their quality control wasn't very good at the time, and so the weight could vary a fair bit. I have not had the opportunity to weigh this. I don't have a scale that can give me an accurate reading, but it is supposedly around 50 grams, 42 millimeters across, which makes it bigger than this American silver dollar. As you can see here, it is somewhat bigger than the Morgan. So yeah, this is a big coin. Oh, and it's 4 millimeters thick, if you can see there. Kind of hard to see in this holder. By the way, this is a 2.5 by 2.5 holder, not the usual 2 by 2 holder. You can see the difference there. So yeah, you need the 2.5 by 2.5 size holder to hold one of these beauties. So The bird on this coin, well, actually, before I show the bird, I'll better try to show the first side here. What we have here is the not a portrait of the queen, but her initials. This was used a fair bit in Russia, the initials of the reigning monarch. But on the other side is the bird. And I'm not sure how clear it comes in. Let me just move it around here, see if it comes up clearly. But it has a two-headed eagle on the coin, with both heads having crowns on them. Now, it's kind of a strange thing, kind of a strange bird, of course, two heads on it. Now, as to why it's a two-headed bird, I'm wondering if perhaps there is a legend similar to that of the Polish legend, in which one of Russia's earlier founders spotted a two-headed golden eagle. I'm going to take a wild guess that this is perhaps a golden eagle originally. And that's not as crazy as it sounds. Two-headed animals are more common than you might think, but they usually die fairly soon after birth. A two-headed eagle could survive in the nest, but would most likely die soon after leaving the nest. So the idea that somebody may have spotted a two-headed golden eagle, perhaps flying in the sky or perched on a tree or on a nest, it's not as ridiculous as you might think. So this coin has the EM, and near the bottom here it's a EM. Again, kind of hard to see there, but the EM is for the city of called Yekaterinburg. Trying to pronounce it right here. This is a city in the Russian Ural Mountains. 80% of Russia's coins used to be struck at this location until the mint was closed in 1876. So if you do get and do collect old Russian coins, you may see this mint mark a fair bit, the EM. In fact, sometimes the ones that are from this location are also have no mint mark. Some of them, sometimes they don't have any mint mark. Kind of like the situation in the United States, where the most common mint, Philadelphia, had no mint mark, but occasionally used the letter P, and now it always uses the letter P. So there we are. That is a big beast of a coin. Now let's take a look at some others that are a little clearer here. There's some other Russian coins, and they use the double-headed eagles symbol there. This is a 15 kopeck. That's an odd denomination, 15 kopecks. I wonder what that was all about. Perhaps a Russian can tell me. But here we have, in this case, we got a ruble. In this case, we got a portrait then, rather than the king's signature. But here's the double-headed eagle. And see if we can get it to show up as a bit clear here. Yeah, that's better. Yeah, it's at a bit of an angle. Even the head is, of course, as well, the portrait. So that would explain it. So anyway, yeah, they doesn't completely line up. But there we go. There's the double-headed eagle. Hopefully a little more clear on that one. This one, I presume, was probably struck in Moscow. So there we go. Now, what happened, of course, is that this eagle was used on these different Russian denominations up until 1917, when the communists, that is, also called the Bolsheviks, took over the country and seized power and murdered the royal family and all that terrible stuff. But when the Soviet Russia came to an end in 1991, they went back to the eagle. And here is an example. Here's a new 1 ruble this is from 1992. And then we got a couple of 5 rubles, both with the eagle design, though you'll notice that they're a little bit different. The golden colored one on the right is from 1992. This later one here is from 1997. Russia due to the crazy things that went on in the early 90s with its conversion from communism back to attempting to get back to a more free and democratic society, also suffered from hyperinflation, and it forced a reformation of the coinage. So there's the new 5 ruble coin. For any of you who have watched me going through the Bundesbank bags, you've probably seen me pull out a couple of the ruble coins. Not too many of them about. I think these still circulate or still can be used. I'm not sure about that. But there's another one. There's another then, the use of the eagle, though there's no crowns on the eagle's heads on this new one, of course, since Russia is not a monarchy, and I certainly can't see the Tsar returning anytime soon. So there it is. So there's some more coins with birds on them, and if you enjoy this video, certainly hope that you do, and if you do, please don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell. And thank you very much.